Hey, what's going on? This is your boy B with the beard, and the truth lives here. Today is Beard Food Thursday. That's right. I will be covering Beard Food Thursday with the roasted vegetable dish. In this roasted vegetable dish, you're gonna find some squash, you're gonna find red peppers, red cabbage, red bell peppers. I mean, just a host of delicious vegetables that not only will be healthy for your body, but it will make a huge impact on your skin, your hair, and of course, your beard. All right, with that said, let's get right into it. All right, so here we go. We're going to get started, and we're going to start with the green zucchini. For this recipe, I will be using 2 green zucchinis, and you can slice this up thick or thin. It's a preference. And for the yellow zucchinis, you're going to use 2. Again, you can slice these up thick or thin. It's more of a preference on how you want it to cook and how you want to serve it. But as you can tell, I love zucchinis. And I throw those in a bowl. Make sure you separate those because sometimes they can stick together. And then I take my red bell peppers. Now there are going to be 2 bell peppers that I'm using for this particular recipe. And I don't slice them up. And finally, I just give them some, I just want to make sure that they still have pop and they don't get lost in the entire recipe. And then this here is the jewel, I believe. The red or purple tomato, whatever you want to call it, cabbage. And you can just dice these up, but it's going to be half of a cabbage that you will be using, red cabbage that is. It's already giving it that color. My personal favorite, red onions. Again, chop these up. You're going to only use about a half of red onions. Just chop it up. I don't really, again, don't chop it up in fine pieces. Then I have a bushel of broccoli. Cut those ends off. That's just personal preference of mine. And I just throw those in there. So I'm doing 2 because, again, I want this to last forever, or at least for the next 3 days for my lunch and dinner. And then my jalapenos. Ooh, I love jalapenos. These are really great for inflammation. They're great for inflammation. But I use 2 jalapenos, as my son would say. Chop those up, and these I chop up in fine pieces because it can get hot. But yeah, I chop those bad boys up. Throw those right in the bowl. Then I have the, I think these are pasilla peppers, if I'm not mistaken. And these here you can chop up in fine pieces as well. Throw those right in the bowl. And then the onions, I take about 7. I love onions. I mean, not onions, I'm sorry, garlic. Yep, so I take about 7, chop them up, fine pieces. And this, I put this in like halfway
of me towards the end, well, the last 15 minutes of baking, so they can still be fresh and not burnt. That's just something I like doing, even if I'm sauteing garlic. So, and I just throw these all into the pan here. Make sure I'm separating the onions. Want to make sure that everything is just due. This is just the first layer. So I pop the first layer in there, put one layer in there. Then I add some vegetable broth. Juice, about a half a cup roughly, more or less. Again, this is going to be a preference, but like a half a cup. Then I have some grapeseed oil. I poured a little bit on there. And I have my nice little seasoning. I put on top of that first layer, mix it all together. Ooh, yeah, that's looking really, really delicious. Make sure that we get a nice mix. This is how you get the flavor, man. This is where the flavor starts to pop when you really taking your time. This is the second layer I'm throwing on there. So as you can see, I'm gonna do a second layer and I'm gonna go through the same process. Grapeseed oil. And then I'm gonna add a third layer and I'm gonna do the same thing because it's a lot. So I wanna make sure that all the vegetables are getting their just due. And when you taste it, you're going to be able to really taste all the flavors, the seasoning, the grapeseed oil, the vegetable broth, and but you can use water if you like, but vegetable broth to me it just pops more, and that's the secret. All right, so let's get ready in a few to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 40-45 minutes. Let that bake. You're gonna stir it occasionally in between to make, and then voila, fresh. We're gonna put this on a plate with some quinoa, and this is going to be delicious.
Listen, I hope that you guys enjoyed that dish. I hope you can find where you can definitely optimize that, use that again, you know, with your fish, chicken, or you know, or you just use it on a bed of quinoa, whatever is your pleasure. But make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. And again, I do appreciate each and every one of you. The description, down in the description, you will find the ingredients and the directions that you can follow and make this quick roasted veggie dish. With that said, this is your boy B with the beard. As always, you already know, I'm out.